And we are live. What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And how can I say this? Not the bang gang, the bang gang. Oh. Not the bang gang, the bang gang. For those of you who have not heard, the Iron Bang, Cynthia G. Oh, my bad. I forgot. Let me get let me put my little disclaimer out here. Oh, where is it at? Oh, here it is. Looks like I won't need it after tonight, but warning: listening to Cynthia G can cause you uh damn, I can't even read that. 1 second here, folks. It can cause you stress, anger, rage, high blood pressure, loss of brain cells. Viewer discretion advised. But yeah, Cynthia G got canceled. It is what it is, and is as BGS said earlier, the gender war is pretty much over. Um, and as he said back in 2000, at the end of 2019, you can get right or you can get left. Hey, what's good, Art? Good, what's good, good brother? Just do this quick stream because, well, when he said Cynthia G got canceled, I thought he was just talking about her getting demonetized, but no, both her channels are gone. Both of Cynthia G's channels are gone. I was like, oh shit, she got canceled for real. So yeah, that happened. Cynthia G got canceled. It is what it is. I don't feel sorry for her, and to be perfectly honest with you, I hope she gets the professional help she clearly needs. She has some daddy issues, and she need to get that checked out. What's good, Craig, the tech guy? FBI and Homeland are watching her now. Oh wow, that bad, huh? Well, she was allegedly pro-black before the white folk got a hold of her, and then she started crapping on black men, calling us dusties, calling us dusty, and all that nonsense. But yeah, if you type in Cynthia G's name, for the first time, other videos come up, and none of her videos or none of the venom she spews is online anymore. Hey, here's what it is. So if you give me 1 second, if you because BGS did a stream earlier, and I'm sure some brothers wanted to talk about it, but you know he's working with his gun with his grandson and all that, so I understand that. So if any of you brothers want to come up and talk about this, give me just a second here. Let's see, link. Colon in there. All right, there's the link. If y'all want to come up and talk about this, we can. But yeah, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App and support the show. The Iron Bang has been canceled. It's been a hell of a day. Hey Toya, how you doing? And because when I heard that today, I was like, oh, he must be talking about her because she got I know she got demonetized last week. I was like, okay. I didn't think they were going to take both her channels, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, the Iron Bang has been canceled, and as BGS said earlier, the white flag's out apparently. Now you may or may not like may not like their offer. That's up to you. If you find a good black woman, stick with her. If you want to take the deal, that's on you. I'm not here to tell brothers how to handle their business. But yes, Cynthia G has been canceled. I honestly never thought it would happen, but here we are. It's a new day, and it's an interesting day to that. What's going on, Andre? But as I said, if you want to come up and talk about this, there's the link. Yeah. It's a good day in my opinion because keep in mind, not only did this woman blatantly disrespect Kevin Samuels before they had even buried him yet, this is also the same woman who went around talking about abort black male babies. She's the one that started that crap about abort black male babies. And let's see, who do we have here? Snowman.
The bang is gone.
Yes, not the bang yang. The
The
bang yang.
bang.
Oh, 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 oh.
Fuck no, not the bang.
Yep, the bang yang.
Well,
Who else we got here?
I'm having a bowl of my wife's fabulous, fantastic vegetable beef soup, and
Mm,
of that.
oh
I was
man,
gonna ask for a plate regardless of whatever it was.
mm-hmm.
What's up, Dr. Dre?
Hey, what's going on,
Oh,
Mr.
so
Z? Yeah, I know I jacked it up, but I had to try.
I got my mouth full of food, so I'm not going to try that sound.
Right.
this nigga.
I got my mouth full of my
Hey,
wife's
brother,
soup.
if you got time, you can come up. The links in the chat. But
Listen.
yeah,
I'm not going to try that sound. I know I wouldn't. That's one of the sounds I will never get right, even though I've been a sound effect person most of my life. I know I won't ever get that one right, so I leave that to him. Mr. Z, I would love to
well, to
try
be
it.
fair, either him or Toya.
Toya would get it too.
Toya nails it, but
Listen, Toya nails it every time, okay?
Yes.
Toya nails it. By the way, since we're talking about the demise of the Iron Bang, I won't even play. You know the usual double play I do. I'll just give you this in its honor.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Sure can't.
I can't give you this one too. Hey Cynthia, take this.
Come on!
Yeah. But
because that's exactly what she gets.
Because I was on BTS earlier today, and he said Cynthia G.
Oh, he was on earlier? I missed it.
Yeah, and he said Cynthia G was canceled. Like, okay, is he talking about her being demonetized? Then I looked to type her in a name. I was like, oh shit! Then other reveals come up. I was like, uh-oh.
Let me see. I got another sound here.
Big soup, huh?
Where is Robert Ford when I need him? One of my favorite baseball announcers. Where is Here it is. You ready? Hey, Iron Bang, I got 3 words for you.
See you later.
Yep. Yep, the bang yang. Yep, the bang yang's been canceled. Now just for context, just for context sake, she was being interviewed by somebody on another channel. I did see that.
Who?
I don't know the dude's name, but she was being interviewed by somebody
She actually was being interviewed.
Yeah, some dude was
an
interviewing.
interview and not a monologue.
I'm sorry, I can't. I have that little sign in my graphics for a reason, because I can't listen to Cynthia G for any period of time, because I'll begin to lose brain cells.
Then I have the perfect trip. I have the perfect triple play for you.
But you remember
Leave
this,
that
right?
up a minute. Leave that up a minute. Leave that up a minute. I have the perfect triple play for you. Here's the first one.
No.
Here's the next one.
No.
And to finish it off.
No.
So I don't know how many dudes.
Go ahead, Andre.
I don't know how many dudes in here actually have kids, but like I don't know. I also don't know how it is in the U.S. For like finding out the gender of your child. But like in Canada, you can't find out the gender until like 5 months. So she's here advocating for the genocide of fetuses. Is what she's doing. And like I said, maybe it might be faster in the U.S., but over here it's 5 months that you have to wait. So like that is some like cold shit. Even Hitler wasn't doing shit like that.
Be 5 of the longest months of my life.
Yeah.
I got lucky. The day that my daughter was born. Found out that day because miraculously that day that Donna was born was the day we found out my ex was pregnant. And she showed no signs whatsoever. As crazy as that sounds, and Donna would have been 10 this year. But I got lucky for the time that she was here. That birth certificate has my name on it.
Agreed, Mr. Z. Yeah, that was going to come back to her sooner or later.
Yes, sir, Mr. Z.
Totally agreed. That was eventually going to come back to her.
And it's going to continue to come back to bite her. Watch this. She's going to try again.
And shout out to Z, because Z said a long time ago that these chicks sound like Nazis and shit. And when
that's an understatement.
And when he said that, I was like, "Oh, come on, man, that's going a little too far." But then you actually listen to these heifers.
No, it's not.
They do say, and they sound like Nazis.
They sound worse. They sound worse than Nazis.
Yes, they do.
I said, like you can't tell the gender until 5 months into the pregnancy. So like, how fucked up can you be that you're advocating for shit like that?
Yeah.
You know what? Beg y'all pardon for that. Like I said, I've been chomping on my wife's vegetables beef soup, or as she likes to call
that
it.
time of season. So I don't blame you.
I hear a lot of bragging about this soup, but I'm still not getting the bowl.
You know why you're not getting the bowl? Because it's in my belly.
Oh yeah, it magically disappeared somehow. That's how I like to say it.
You know why you're not getting a bowl of this soup? Because it's in my tummy.
No, Z's right. You can't preach genocide like that and think that wasn't going to come back to you. I'm sorry.
She's been talking about that since 2019, and I had just moved to Terre Haute at the time. You know, I had known. Well, here's my sordid history. I've known about the Bayang since 2017 when I
Okay.
lived down in Jasper. And the first inkling that I knew something was about. Okay, AB will allow me to cuss on his channel, so I will go ahead and speak it freely. This was about, there was something about Cynthia G that was about as, hell with it, about as off as a teenage person's hormones.
Yeah.
And when I say they were off, or as my partner Cole Johnson would say some mornings, and you've heard it, AB, off.
Mm-hmm.
When all she would, because for the longest time, she just ranted and raved about white supremacy
Oh
or
yeah.
her thoughts therein. And I want to put context behind that.
Mm-hmm.
or her thoughts therein. Then Robert Perkins steps up to the plate. And we all know the rest of that story.
Yeah. But yeah, the first time I heard it was I think it was 2016. She was still with
Really?
I was unfortunately I was still listening to Moist Watkins at the time. And
What did you call him?
Bruh.
What did you
excuse me,
call him?
let me call it now. Let me be fair. Let me call him by his proper title, Dr. Moist Watkins. I was still listening to Dr. Moist
I have a better title.
Watkins at the time, but
You were still. You were listening to Moist Twatkins?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Didn't know how much of a sip he was at the time, but
I'm
but
sorry.
yeah, I was more listening to finance, his so-called finance advice.
Yeah, so-called being the operative words.
Like I can't even front. Like at one point I was listening to Candace Owens and fucking that Officer Tatum dude, but I seen their just basically conservative.
Yeah.
See, this is the real form of Usher's confessions that we're all doling out right here, right now.
Here's one thing I will give Candace Owens. She might be a bad wench, but that ain't no bad wench. But ain't no bad wench to play with.
No, she's not. I'll give her that.
She's not. I've seen her. Y'all think I'm lying? I've seen her take down white boys in the conservative movement. Don't mess with Candace. Don't do it.
Yeah, like I get what she's trying to do and everything, but it's just
And don't get me wrong. She said some fucked up shit, but don't mess with Candace. Don't do it.
I'm not even saying she said some fucked up shit. I'm just saying it's just like the shit that she's preaching is perfectly fine and everything. But after learning more about it, like, because I went down to like the MGTOW rabbit hole, right? So I went down there to the beginning.
You went down the rabbit hole?
Yeah, for a few months.
Thank you.
I can see
the Cash App. Continue. Go ahead.
I can see Dre's face dropped when he admitted I went down the rabbit hole.
Wow.
Yeah, I did, and it was just learning word. It's just learning word all like basically the one dude that was like one of the founders of space that ended up turning into like Black Manosphere, Red Pill shit. He was just saying this shit like, why is it? Because like at the time I had a stay-at-home mom, right? Like for my ex, it's just like, wouldn't you rather be at home with your kid too? Because like while you're out there fucking working 50 fucking plus hours a week, you're losing time with your child to fucking teach them and fucking help them grow and all that kind of shit, right? All for like a chick to sit on her ass. And then especially if you've been with her for a long time, like she's gonna start getting lazy on you. Not gonna want to clean and shit. Not making you like the meals you like and shit like that. It's just like, yeah. So it's just like, like what is the purpose of you being here at that point? Because like I can outsource everything you provide for me.
Which one was it?
Excuse me.
That was good, everybody.
What's going on, neighbor?
What's good, bro? Why'd you call me out the other day on Charles' stream?
Huh? What do you mean I called you out? What are you talking about?
You were talking about flatback, and you said shout out to Andre. I'm like, what did I do?
Oh, I was teasing you, I guess. I must have been teasing you something.
Okay. But what are your thoughts
Was it? Are you sure it was you I was talking about? Wait, what were we talking about at the time?
You and Charles were talking about like every dude has their own preferences. Some dudes like big backs, some dudes like flat backs, some like that.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that's your weakness, flatbacks.
It is my weakness.
Yeah, and I just say, yeah, everybody's got to shout out to such and such because give respect to them. If they got big girls, shout out to what's his face, G Serotonin.
You
like what you like, man. And I ain't disrespecting. You like what you like.
Yeah, you like what you like, man. Exactly. I want to get Namer's thoughts on the Bang Yang being canceled.
Oh dear.
What's the Bang Yang?
Cynthia G got canceled. She is no longer on YouTube. Both her channels got taken.
Cynthia G is gone.
It's unfortunate we're not on Brian's channel because I would have asked him to play the praise dance.
Oh,
it's getting ready to happen.
Give me a couple.
It's getting ready to happen.
Just give me a couple seconds.
Yeah.
I will find it, and I will find it. And put it back here.
That's not right, but still.
Say again.
I just came from an online Bible study too, so.
You know what? I got something better. Excuse me 1 minute.
All right. I mean, I was raised Orthodox Christian, so that stuff is like kind of weird to me. Even though I once got invited to a Pentecostal church, and I don't know, because like when everybody started talking in tongues and shit, that just triggered my PTSD and shit. I'm like,
okay,
shit. And I just learned to laugh with it.
You come from a more strict, strict version of Christianity. In other words,
it's not a stricter form of Christianity. It's a more traditional form of Christianity, especially where I'm from. Because
Dr. Thunder is also Orthodox, so it is definitely more strict.
In certain cases, it is not where I'm from because we like leave everybody alone. You're baptized in the church. That means you're not obligated to come. They figure let him come at his own time. He'll be when he's ready. I mean, I remember my father and my mother before my father passed. I remember she told me like a couple years back that they had taken communion and whatnot at their local Orthodox church. I was like, even though they had already had the confirmations, and me personally, I never had a confirmation and never understood the confirmation thing.
I even had a confirmation, man. And I'm not even religious anymore.
Wait. Andre, what sect are you from?
Just Christian. Like I went to Catholic school.
No, what church? What denomination?
Just Christian.
What denomination? Protestant, Catholic? Wait, what's wrong? There's no shame in what it is. I'm not a sectarian like that.
Well, that's all I knew about it was Christian. But if you're saying that, like I went to a Catholic school.
Okay.
Take a look. AB, take a look in the back, and Nema, I shall grant your request.
Okay. Let me a little backstory from my case. Why I'm saying this whole thing about confirmations is up here in Norway. I mean, in fact, in most of Scandinavia, most of the folks are Protestants. All right. Let's get ready to happen. Let's get ready to happen. Let's get ready to happen. Come on. Gotta love that bass line right there. Yep. All we need now, you know what? It's a damn shame we couldn't go to the city 15 today. We gotta bring back the City and LBGN, network.
That'll be
LJPN.
that'll be next
I didn't
week.
see anybody rolling on the floor, so that's not a real black church.
Oh, we know. It's one that we found.
Not all black churches do that now. Come on.
You know what? We could have had a better clip. They don't all do that. Wait a minute. Dre, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Okay, your background is Jamaican, correct?
I'm Jamaican, Chinese, Canadian.
All right. So the Jamaican side of your family, they're mostly what? Protestants, Anglican, and such, right?
Christian. I don't like we don't go into details like that. We just call it Christian.
Well, actually, you got to know the differences because a lot of people are very sectarian, very specific what church they go to because of differences of scripture, different opinions of scripture and opinions and whatnot. Because there's like, say, among the Christian right, you got a difference between evangelicals and Pentecostals, for example. They're really picky about that shit.
Like I understand there is a difference and
different schools of thoughts.
There are different churches that actually have that in the name, right? Like,
all right, you guys,
we don't really
split.
like.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Let me interrupt real quick. I got to split for an hour because I got to do my 49ers show. But
okay.
AB,
before you go, Brian, excuse me, Brian.
One more time. Yes.
Before you go, sometimes if you guys could, you got to find that clip from Dopey and Menace in South Central. We're drinking juice in the hood, where the grandmothers were in church, and they turned the praise dance into a breakdancing battle.
That'll be the next clip I find.
You got to find.
AB, there's another button for you to push really quick.
Okay.
R.I.P. Helen Martin.
And Neema, this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a second. This thing's a little.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, R.I.P. to Richard Roundtree.
Yeah, indeed.
The original bad motherfucker.
The original bad motherfucker.
Shut your mouth. I was
talking about Shaft.
Trays.
Oh yeah.
Trays.
And understand the color on trash is deep purple like the band.
Story. Cole came up with that on the fly the morning that he premiered it and had us all out of our seats laughing. And on that
my God.
I'll be back in a little over an hour. I got to do my 49ers show. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right.
Good. Have fun, bro.
Yep.
Have fun, man. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Andre.
What's up, man?
There are actually some church groups that are called non-denominational.
Yeah, there are church groups that are that don't affiliate with a specific denomination.
I've never heard that before.
For the record, I'm missionary Baptist, Black missionary Baptist at least.
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, do you have any idea what type of Orthodox that Dr. Thunder is? I've been wanting to ask him that. He never got around to answering that question because I was intrigued.
I have no idea because, like me personally, like my dad is actually a pastor.
Okay.
But I'm not religious. But my dad's a pastor, and he tries to preach to me all the time. But I'm just like, yeah, that ain't my speed. I'm more of a I don't want to be in the church because I know the majority of people in the church are fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, good. You know what? Yeah. Wait a minute.
You don't actually follow the word of God. You follow whatever the fuck you follow. So why do I want to be around those people that are going to try to judge me?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a sinful motherfucker. I'm a sinner. I own up to my bullshit.
All sin comes through the glory of God. So
yeah,
there you go.
I mean,
but yeah, I never thought I'd see the day that Cynthia G would be off of YouTube, not spreading her venom and hatred.
It should have happened.
Just because she's off YouTube doesn't mean she's gone forever. She's still got other,
I know she'll be back. She'll be gone.
She's definitely down bad. The reason why I say that is the fact that she's putting up a GoFundMe instead of her Rumble or any alternative social media site she could go on.
Oh, really? She got a gun? GoFundMe? Okay, I'll be sure not to donate.
So you have a GoFundMe instead of promoting like your Rumble or whatever else you want to stream on, right? Like that doesn't make it makes perfect sense to me. It's just you're down bad, and that's the best you can
Hey,
do.
speaking of which, what are you guys' thoughts on this 28 demand list that these heifers came out with?
I didn't bother to read it because I knew it was bullshit.
Well, my
Yeah, pretty
opinion on
much.
that is like,
There's some
we're not
absurd
gonna-
stuff on there. Because they just didn't put Cheesecake Factory. Don't take me to Cheesecake Factory. Don't take
that
me
was
to
number
church.
one on the list. It was number one.
Yeah, that was number one. Don't
Yeah.
take me to church. Don't take me to a park. Don't take me to a family event. I was like, damn.
Buffet. Wait a minute. What about? I didn't know it said fast food restaurants, but I was looking in. That said, wait a minute. What about Baskin Robbins, Dairy Queen, Haagen Dazs, Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, or anything like that? No,
Apparently, they
they're
said
not on the list.
don't take me for ice cream either. I'm like, what kind of heifers are these? I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I mean, if they're lactose intolerant, that's understandable. I mean, me personally, I can't
Fair enough.
eat out. I can't
So,
eat out myself. I mean, I've got there's things I can't do. There's things I can't eat, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Toya and somebody else, they made a good point. Toya was just like, how about like, let's go to the grocery store and I'll buy the ingredient. I'll buy what we like. Basically,
Yeah, exactly.
We'll both go to the grocery store. We'll buy what we need, and I'll also buy ingredients for the meal that you're gonna make tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Hey,
I'm like,
that begs the
it sounds
question.
good in theory, right?
Yeah.
But
You know what?
realistically, who's gonna go
I'm
for
talking
that?
about the Detroit 313. I'm talking about that list that I don't know. I forget the name of the list, but that 28 things that you can't that the heifers claim they don't want you to do on a first date.
Yeah, Mrs. Z did put out a video a while ago about that, actually. And I saw the
Yeah.
list.
But one of the dudes in her chat was just like, how about, instead of taking you on a $200 date, I fill your pantry.
Wouldn't that,
What?
wait a minute. Wait,
Yeah,
was this the man doing this for the woman or the woman doing this for the man?
man doing it for the woman. Instead of like taking you on a $200 date, I fill the pantry, but other pantries are getting filled too.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember people talk about that like in rap videos or in hip hop and R&B songs. I mean, that's part of that comes with the whole tricking thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app, and support the show.
Yeah, but it's done in a more friendly way.
That would be kind of. I mean, I don't know. She'd probably take it personally as an insult. Because remember, a lot of these girls are like independent. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but inflation and grocery store prices, gas prices, they're pretty high right now.
You think? Yeah, you think these? Yeah, but the last thing to fall before. No, what is the last thing to go before the fall?
Well,
Pride.
Yeah, pride.
One of the things I've seen in like the last month or two was just like, you know what the flex is right now? Going to the gas station and getting a full tank.
Yeah, there's a clip I remember sending a couple of
no, I
folks
haven't.
of mine.
Detroit 313. What were the men saying?
Hey, could Detroit come up, or is he working?
I don't know. He might be working, but the links. I just put the link out.
Yeah.
Like obviously to dudes that's not a flex, but I'm just talking about for the average person, more specifically the average woman. That's a flex.
Well, first of all, my thing about the whole thing is that I don't know if it's a flex, but there is some women will finesse a sucker into doing that, right?
They will, but like,
I mean,
for that list, they're talking about don't take me to all these different restaurants that are reasonably priced, and all that kind of shit. It's just like one dude was just like, "What do you have in your fridge?" You know, I don't see any filet mignon and shit like that in your fridge. No steak,
Yeah,
no lobster. So like,
yeah.
now you're too good to go to these restaurants.
Well, let me ask you something, Drake. Hey, what up,
What's going on, Salchi?
What's going on?
Sauchi? That's good. Anyway, my question to Andre here. Do you remember Def Comedy Jam?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, do you remember when DL Hughley was on it? One of his first appearances.
So disclaimer, I'm only 32, so I've seen a few and I've heard them before. So if you
Uh,
want to post a link, I'll check it out.
Hmm.
I don't have the link, but I will tell you the joke. The joke went like this. He talks about how like sometimes when you go out and the chick like wants let's go to like a hot to a hot price restaurant, some shit like that, right? And they like to order on the expensive side. They want the steak, the lobster, and the filet mignon and stuff like that, right? Of course, fellas like to give them that little warning, like, girl, that's the fucking side of the menu, right? Steak, lobster,
Mhm.
and dick. It's a combination.
That's the truth. 'Cause my whole thing is like, if I already fucked you, or if I want to go like do some shit that I want to do, I'm cool with that.
What you
Yeah,
unwrapping,
what,
Sal?
what's all that stuff? Salchi,
Like,
What's
what are you
that?
doing, man? Is that
What
is
you
that you?
unwrapping?
Oh, my bad. I was just unwrapping something. I didn't know it was that loud. My bad.
like
Can you like
Okay.
mute up, please, bro? Thank you.
like
But
I'm fine to pay for the steak and lobster. That's only if it's Uber Eats.
Yeah.
If you get
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah, if it's Uber Eats, I'll fine to pay. I'll fine to pay for it.
Well, I
Uh huh.
mean, are you guys really taking these women that serious? Like,
Hell no.
Exactly.
all right, yeah,
of course not.
this is entertainment. It's a shit test, and it's entertainment. The fact that it even made it on the news just tells you that it's bullshit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if a
Uh,
woman's really into you, all that shit's just not gonna. It just doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
I told you, as I said on Toya, my response to that list is actually very simple. You can always get a dog and die alone.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and
Not
they
to
have
That's the
mention.
power.
and that's their right.
That's the power to Kevin Samuels. You can always get a
Yeah.
dog and die alone.
And that's their
Yeah.
right. And I've advised guys to get into pet foods and pet services since like 2017. Like, I'm
Right.
dead serious. Like,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
organic. There's a lot of money in it. It's been going up. So do that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they're supposedly equal by law. And again, I have no animosity towards women at all. So whenever a woman has that kind of energy, I
Mm-hmm.
literally treat her like a man. So she starts
Hey,
when she pretends to try to act like a woman. I'm like, no, you said you're equal, you're better than me. No, you do
Mm-hmm.
it. And I'm like, I don't I don't get into these like actually
he's
most women just know better in person anyway, but like I don't take
Right.
these women
trivial shit.
serious, man. Yeah,
Hey,
like they
He's
gotta
getting
earn it.
trivial shit.
Salty, can I ask you a question? Is this
Yes.
stock that like it's pet food and pets and prescription medications and like wine and shit like that? Do you know the name of that stock? Because I heard it a while back and I'm like, that's a pretty good stock to invest in.
No, I don't know the particular. You'd have to give me a ticker or something. But I could
Yeah,
tell you a lot
I'm
of the. I
I'm
could
trying to
tell
find
you
the ticker. It was a
I could,
MGTOW dude that put it out.
the issue. The issue. Okay, so side note. The issue with investing, you would have to pretty much get on the ground for the most part because in the last few years, the best products have gone public. Like the large companies have either bought them out and gone public. I mean, going private, or the companies themselves were public and they went private. So I mean, that's what's been going on because they noticed again, a lot of women are buying all this shit. And then on the real estate side, I tell guys if they're in real
Mm-hmm.
estate, deal with condos because you got to look at it from a woman's perspective. They need security and they're fucking lazy. They're not going to sit here and do all this shit to upkeep of a property itself. So if you're especially in an MSA, you know, sell them fucking condos. That's how I tell dudes, man. Give them.
What's the ticker on that?
They're. I'm sorry.
What's the ticker on that?
No, I mean I'm talking about condos, like real estate
Oh, okay.
condos.
No, my bad. I didn't realize I thought we were still talking like stock market shit. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
get you.
Yeah, whatever women's
What's
in,
going on, B?
just invest in that shit, man. That's why you're
If you,
seeing these investment firms are giving women, even black women, all this money because remember, they're in business to make money, and I'm not talking small money. I'm talking 10x, 100x. That's why they're giving them all that money because they know they're gonna
Yeah, they're gonna give it
make
right back to them.
exactly. So just look at that, follow them, and that's it. Because you know women gonna make dumb decisions.
Yep.
What's going on, Mr. Z?
Not the Bayings.
Oh wait, hold on. We forgot something.
Oh
Oh,
man. Wait, name it. Because I really wanted my intro to be not the Bayings. Oh man, between the Bayings and the 28 retarded list and the fact that Chrissy is literally streaming right now. Y'all know I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna jump off in a minute, but I'm gonna listen to that bitch and I'm gonna download that bitch. Right, and I got a response coming because I know she gonna say some dumb shit. So hey, Mr. Z is working overtime, y'all. Mr. Z is working overtime.
Like, share, subscribe, and go contribute to that motherfucker's GoFundMe.
Hey, number one, number two. Themis interviewed Miss Bayings. And
is that the interview there? Because I saw it.
Yeah, he interviewed Miss Bayings, and she sounded so somber. And she keep on going back to, but it's from 2 years ago. No, you never stopped. That's why they took the whole channel.
Yeah.
You never stopped. If you would have just said that one time, it would still be atrocious.
I to go back and look.
No, but this is the thing. If she would have just said that 2 years ago, it would have still been absolutely atrocious. But there would have been something, she could do. But you kept on with that. You kept on implying it, suggesting it, and you kept on saying it, not just on your platform, but on multiple different people's channels that you would be interviewed with. You said it on Fox Soul, goddamn.
Yeah.
Once again, like I said, you can't say, I'm gonna say like Jin, O, inside because I don't want to mess up AB's channel, and you can't talk about, essentially youth and Asia, right? And you, right? Genix. I'm saying like that on purpose. Selective breeding. You can't talk. What?
Well, again, it's their body is their right, and like I say, if that's the case, then you pay. That's what matters. You know what I mean?
Well, I think we all should be investing in condoms now, and male what you call birth control and such.
Condoms, man. You gotta get into the man. These girls been taking the abortion, the AB pills. All right,
Yeah.
They don't even need to go like this whole
morning after.
No.
Plan B?
No, I'm talking about they don't have to go to the doctor to get a procedure. They can go, they can order, the pill comes to them in some states. So, this whole thing that was going on at the beginning of the year about, the AB was BS because it was saying that, we won't be able to have procedures and the poor girls. When reality is BS. Reality, the majority of them taking the pills, not the Plan Bs, but the other pills. And the vast majority of them are actually working class women. So they can actually afford it. Yeah, this is all on Planned Person's website. All the stats are there. So like, yeah, I got it from there, man. So like, it's all BS, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, just let them fail.
I will admit, in my own oh God, sorry. Go ahead.
As I said, the only thing I have to say about that so-called list is, okay, you get dogging down long. What's the big deal?
Look, man. At the end of the day, like I said, I streamed about this earlier today. Essentially, what Black women are saying is they don't want to live a standard American life. Like, because all the restaurants that were listed, all the things that were listed, then the things that we would do. Yeah. So what they're saying is, I want to live upper middle class, and this is why y'all saw me saying that from the beginning. It's not, they don't just want to be white women. Your standard white woman is Roseanne, right? It's what's her name from Married with Children. They don't want that. They want Real House of Orange County, right? So like, At the end of the day, that's what this is about. And so be it. I'm glad that they're saying it louder and louder now. But I'm gonna drop in a little bit because I want to see what Chrissy is saying before she deletes it so that I could have it archived. But yeah,
And
at the end
really
of the
do
day,
be
that
deleting
that
their
list
videos,
of
don't they?
say it again.
Those heifers really do be deleting their videos, don't they?
Oh yeah, no, seriously though, and the way it's looking like she's angling it, she's saying, "Is this list real? And was it a black woman that created it?" And she's trying to make it seem, or she's implying that it possibly wasn't a black woman. So you never know, you never know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the fact that she's suspicious of it from the jump just lets me know, like they're looking for an out. But like I would like to say, Chrissy, even if this turns out to be fake. You got to be honest, Chrissy. You and Yanni and all the rest of y'all, and Parison and all the rest of y'all created this.
Y'all promoting
And
it.
so now y'all are the ideological mothers of the women that would create a list like this. If this list is real, it came from people that listen to people like you. And if it's fake, it still is something that a woman that listens to women like you would have created. So even if you're
Yep.
trying to say it's fake, regardless, or even if you're trying to say some man is the one who really created it, regardless, like at the end of the day, I'm watching you. It wasn't us. Yeah, it was. You trying to call please now because of Cynthia G. By the way, I understand the brothers that don't say these women's names in all of their videos. I say their names in all of my videos because if the Alphabet Boys are checking us, there's no way I'm not gonna let them not check them also.
Right.
Bye, Cynthia G. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mr. Z, can I respond to you before you head out of here?
Go ahead.
It's not really a response. It was just like just to add on to what you're saying. It's
Mhm.
I was basically just trying to say, and why I emphasized the point that I was making earlier is that, like I said, I don't know the requirements in the U.S. for determining the gender of your child, but in Canada it's 5 months. So if you're
Mhm.
advocating for the genocide of black boys after 5 months, while like obviously the chick's still pregnant, whatnot, you're advocating for that kind of shit. That's sociopathic, if not psychotic.
Yeah.
Like what kind of evil shit is that? That's why I was just like them mustache, you know,
I would
handsome
actually,
guys like weren't as
uh-huh,
bad as that.
yeah, excuse me, but
Mhm.
the way I see that is gender selected in fan side
Yeah.
because in parts of because people forget you had a similar practice like this, only it was in China and in India. And
Mhm.
Z, what did
Mhm.
I and remember? And Z, what did I say about that? Who benefited the most from that kind of
The white folks in Europe and white folks in America and Canada.
Mm-hmm. Because the majority of babies who were adopted from these regions were female.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
But the thing is more of them end up getting taken out
Yeah.
in parts of in India mostly, and and they talked about that how it's because and nobody even bothers to look into that. And
Namer,
we can talk about this later.
do you remember where McCain's adopted daughter is from? Because I don't remember.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Yeah, well, because I don't. Yeah,
Oh,
because
now
she.
you have to
I
ask
want.
me.
Yeah, I want to say she's South Asian, but I'm not sure. I don't know if
I'm
it
on
was
it.
from India or not, but I think it was South Asia. But
John McCain.
yeah, yeah. Remember the adopted daughter, the heavyset
I'm
one.
looking. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
I'm looking
but
it up.
and that's number one. Number two, um, so the Cynthia thing. Look, at the end of the day, she said some absolutely insane things on the internet for far too long.
Yeah.
Let's see if she goes back to escorting. Stop it. She's not. But right. Let's see. Let me stop. But and
No,
that's
she had to
another
go
thing
fuck
too. Like
herself.
let's call a thing a thing. Cynthia G just reverted back to what she was anyway. Imagine being isn't she from like Washington State, right? She's from Seattle or something
Yeah.
like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So you're in Seattle. There's not that many. I know there's black people that live in Seattle, but let's be honest, there's not that many black people that live in Seattle like that. So you're being the escort for who? Old white dudes, and you ain't smashing old white dudes? Come on, man. So like
Yeah.
you
Oh,
came into the go ahead.
Z, if you ever notice, when she really gets mad at you,
Hmm.
she starts talking about pink sausage.
You see what I'm saying? So like, so you start off with this quote unquote pro black stuff. You try to make a name for yourself, chasing after Boyce Watkins and chasing after Tariq Nasheed, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
You know, so you get your name up under you. You go, you do one or two. You know, you talking about the even evil albinoids. I guess you're having issues with whatever white dude, whoever did what they did with you, and then you know whatever blinked you on the nose with their shaft.
Yeah.
So you do the whole pro black thing. And then once YouTube open up for you to start doing this, you know, neo-Nazi stuff, and you're right, AB. I heard when you were saying earlier, yeah, I called them Nazis because that's how they sounded. I knew it. I'm telling y'all, I knew it was gonna end up here. When I tell you, I knew we were, and Chrissy slowly. That's why Chrissy's starting to turn on y'all. Dear black women, she's starting to turn on y'all too, because she's no longer just saying black men, black. Every once in a while, she say you Negroes. She'll say you Negroes, saying all black people.
Was she a ghetto gagger?
Who? Cynthia G. I wouldn't be surprised if she was, you know, doing what she needed to do with them white dudes, right?
Well,
Something
you said
strange
it
for some
yourself.
change.
See, you said it yourself. The internet will expose us all.
But that's all it is, and I knew we were going to end up here, not because I have a crystal ball, but it was inevitable. This was the logical conclusion. You start off talking crap about black men. I know who y'all are. Y'all the weirdo sister from high school that wasn't getting no play, and you was in the cool girl. So you was angry at the Negroes the most, but eventually you was gonna start talking crap about the sisters too. I knew we were gonna end up here. For
Mr.
Cynthia
Z.
G, for Chrissy, I knew we were gonna end up here. Go ahead.
It's over.
What's going on, Lou?
It's over.
Thank you. I've been saying it.
These broads push themselves into a strictly transactional environment, bro.
Yep.
And there's no way out for them.
Oh no, they also ended up real quick, Lou. They also not only did they end up pushing themselves to a strictly transactional environment, which by the way, we don't want to spend that type of money on you in the first place because to be honest with you, you're not good people, so we don't really want to spend that money on you. But they also pushed themselves into AB Naima, y'all remember Mr. Z saying it, when you burn the bridge with black men and you're insufferable and not that attractive to white men, there's only one place left to be. And where's that? With Princella. I said it. I said it.
All we need to do is sit them down with Solchi. All we need to sit them down with Solchi for consultation. Like, look, baby, you qualify for the bronze plan.
Yeah.
You qualify for the copper plan. You qualify for the gold plan. Each one is going to be, whatever their qualifications, they're going to be in a slot. And we're going to have Salchi tell them their economic value.
That's literally what I was going to say. Salchi is too. We need to send them to Salchi. Wait, we can't send them to Salchi yet. We got to give it another about 6 months, maybe a year. It ain't over yet. I listened to BGS stream earlier, and I heard them saying they at the table now. No, they not at the table the way a lot of brothers in the black manosphere wanting them to be at the table. They still talking too much crap. They still got too much ego. Give it another year. Go ahead.
By another year.
No,
Let me
January,
say this.
February.
By a year, you're going to see an explosion of fucking pimps in this environment.
Ooh.
Because people are going to be so fucking desperate.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's over.
You're saying too much.
Z, wait a minute. Hold on. Z, another year. Remember, college debt payments have started back.
It's not a year, man. First quarter 2024, bro. It's literally right in the corner.
And I'm happy about that. Let me say this last thing before I drop. Another reason why I think, and I want all of us to be careful about the content that we produce. Remember, it's election season.
Yes,
it's election season.
That too. Yes,
you can't be talking. I said this like 2-3 months ago. It's more like 3-4 months ago. Election season is starting to build up, and they know how to play with the algorithms to slowly but surely. And by the way, it was really a white woman that really went at Cynthia G. By the way, but they know how to turn on and off the knob for the algorithms to slowly start peeling back all that radical talk. And Cynthia G just sounded absolutely insane, bro. You can't be talking this Nazi crap, bro.
Well, yeah,
Look,
they're
dust
smart
off.
enough. They're smart. White
Mhm.
women are smart enough to understand the system at the end of the day. And
Yep.
remember, they're the largest voting bloc. Like few people seem to
Facts.
like to understand.
facts,
There's over
facts.
100 million white females. Like I don't understand why it's so hard for people to get this shit. Like
Excuse me.
they run the shit.
Yeah, excuse me.
Go ahead, man. I'm about to drop. Go ahead.
Yeah, to answer your question regarding his adopted daughter, whose name is Bridget, who was born in '91. No, she was adopted in '91. She McCain and his second wife Cindy adopted her from Bangladesh.
See, South Asian. Yep.
Yep.
Hey,
South
Mr.
Asian.
Z,
Yeah. Go ahead.
get your hair processed. Look at your library and dust off that old iceberg slim.
Mr. Z's bald. I can't get my hair processed. I get my beard processed. I
you know what
guess.
I'm gonna do? Wait. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Pull out your rayon shirt and gator shoes. The pimping industry is about to
Pimping. I'm about to be a bald. I'm about to be a bald version of a pimp named Slickback. Shout out to Cat Williams.
the pimping industry
I'll grow
is
my
about
hair
to
out like I
explode.
promised.
Get into all the products in that industry. Your gator shoe products.
I'm about to
your
get my
colorful
gators.
suits.
I'm about to look like Steve Harvey in the '90s.
Do you
With the
remember
WB
that
suits and
video?
everything.
Do you remember that video BGS?
Bishop Don Juan. That's what it would look like.
A year and a half ago,
You gotta say
Do
no.
What video, Lewis?
where they were fucking out in public. In New
Did I
York
remember?
City during
Do I
COVID.
remember hearing about it? I don't think I saw it. I don't remember
BGS
watching
played
it.
the video.
Yeah.
When shit hits the fan, it's going to get bad. Those that
Yeah.
don't make the right
Yeah.
decisions now and humble themselves, get the therapy they need, or do the self-reflection, get their money right there,
I
their
agree.
economic discipline in order. Like it's over.
Lewis,
It's over.
I
Your
was-
terminal four. Your terminal four.
All right, y'all. I'm out. I'm about to go listen to Chrissy and y'all already. I will be reporting back either later on tonight or tomorrow afternoon. So y'all keep your ears to the streets so that we hear the crazy the crazy swirler queen had to say about the list that she helped to create with her dumb ass. Anyway. All right, y'all.
Appreciate you for coming through. I was trying to finish your stream from earlier today, and I seen you were cooking. I only just found you not too long ago.
Thank you, Dre.
Yeah, and I seen you've been cooking. So.
Oh yeah, he's always cooking.
Watching.
He's always cooking, but he don't read my comments because I don't donate money. Yeah, I know. I'm cheap like that.
That's not true. I'll read a bunch of people comments that don't donate money.
You don't donate. You don't read mine half the time. You know I'm dropping some serious gems. What is everybody still mad at me? What I said last time?
I heard him a few times.
Hey Z, go make your money, man.
Don't make your money, bitch.
Later, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, those drive-thrus ain't cheap. You know you got to use the drive-thru. You know he's got that Obama phone. Plus he's got to use the drive-thru Wi-Fi.
Hey, Solchi.
Yes, sir.
Could you imagine if the regular public was hearing those behind the wall conversations? You think it really?
One suicide rates might go up. Site reaction. I mean, a whole lot of stuff would just start shooting up, and obviously people would just be in so disbelief of of the reality of what's actually happening. I mean, you're absolutely right, Lewis, man. I mean, I've been trying to prep guys. It's been on Instagram, man. I've been trying to prep them since COVID, since like May of 2020. I've been telling motherfuckers. I've been breaking it down every time shit happens. I go back and I bring it to the current time and I say, okay, we're trending here, and we finally hit inflation last year. So 2 years after when So I mean, again, man, to me, we're pretty much recession. Again, me saying this doesn't mean I want people to get hurt, people to be honest. No, but that's how some people take it. I'm just saying for the guys, especially the black guys here, hey, get yourself right. And that's why I don't get too animated, because it's like I want the guys to really fucking get it. But
yeah, I'm glad you said that, Louis, because I was talking to a lady today. She's 6 months. And I was like, you might want to buy these in bulk because diapers are expensive now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Diapers,
AB,
formulas.
let me. I said this on
Brothers
Toya's
need
stream.
to invest.
Okay, go ahead.
I was
Go
just
ahead,
I
saying,
Lewis.
said
brothers
this.
need to invest. That's why it's great to have people like Salty in here.
Go ahead, Lewis.
Like I said on Toya's stream earlier ago, I got a FetLife profile. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with FetLife. There are
Isn't that the
middle-aged
bondage?
women on there looking to get into debaucherous activities so they can lock down a man. I had a conversation with one broad. She's looking to like for a long-term relationship. I said, and we was gonna hook up. I'm like,
Online.
where you at? Where you at? I'm with my ex-boyfriend.
What?
And I'm like, why you living with him? Like, well, because I can't afford nowhere else to go. But I said, you're a
Lewis.
nurse, right?
Damn.
And she's like, yeah, she's a nurse. And I'm like, did you meet him on a website? She was like, yeah. X'd out, blocked.
Lewis, you
These
found her
broads
on there?
are doing desperate things, bro.
Lewis, you
Man.
found her on there? I'm not saying I know about that website, but did you find her on there?
Oh yeah. I'm in every nook and cranny of the internet everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know anything.
Man, well, again,
We all adults here. It is what it is. We know what that website's about.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's women, they're they're shooting way above their weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
y'all,
and
y'all
they're trying
hit
to,
the Cash App and support the show.
and they're trying
AB,
to.
you gotta get PayPal for people that aren't just in the US.
Yeah, I'm setting that up now.
Can't they use cash?
No, we don't have Cash App here. It's just
Oh
PayPal.
damn!
Like over
Oh.
here, we do e-transfer, which is bank-to-bank transfer, but like email transfer, basically.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
you don't have PayPal in Canada?
Bro,
We have PayPal. We don't have
PayPal's
Cash App.
everywhere.
Yeah,
We don't have-
PayPal's
we don't
been
have
around
Cash
for a
App.
minute.
We have PayPal though.
I'm sorry, what was that, Andre?
We have PayPal. We don't have Cash App.
Oh,
What's
okay.
going on, Craig?
You're unmuted, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Who, me?
No, Craig.
Craig. Yeah. I'll give him a minute. Craig, why don't you get out, come back in, check your audio.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yo, AB.
Lewis.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Lewis.
Sorry, no, go ahead, Lewis. Ask your question.
No, me and my boy, we throw swinger parties. And do you know how many?
Oh,
No,
that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you know how many you'll see nurses and white collar females working there? I mean that attend those parties.
Right.
And they're looking to like get in group, like large group, like polyamorous relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
They gravitate to that shit because look, times is getting hard. And women naturally don't want to work and bust their ass that hard. They want someone to take care of them.
Yeah, that's a sexual underworld right there.
Oh,
a lot of people don't even know aren't even aware of it or even understand it.
Right.
I mean, I've met people who are in the BDSM underworld and such. They have they have clubs like that up here, and I've gotten to know some of the people, and some of their significant others that way. And I want to ask some questions about that stuff because I do have some friends who work in an adult store. And
you want to know about it?
No, I do ask them questions about that. And no, because I'm curious about that stuff sometimes.
Send me your email. Put the email in the back chat because I got 2 people under my house.
Oh.
Okay.
You living good?
Okay.
Okay. Let me put my Yahoo then.
You living real good then, Lewis.
Boy,
well, when it say 2
I typed
people
it in the
under
back
the
chat.
house, that means under my authority. They don't live in my house.
Exactly.
It's certain terminology. So
yeah, he's a dom. He's a dom.
You're a dom. Okay.
Louis is a dom.
It
And
has the same effect, regardless of whether.
And if you want to buy some equipment, my boy makes great handcrafted cuffs and whips and everything. It's a black-owned business. He makes good quality stuff.
Okay.
Can they ship overseas?
Yes.
All right, because I do have contacts up here who can hook me up with stuff like that, but I was not really. I'm just curious about it. I didn't say I was like really that interested, but I'm just curious to understand it. I want to understand why people are into that stuff from a
I'm
psychological,
not into that shit at all.
physiological
I
touch.
know.
And for
Well-
me, it's like I don't know, certain things I see, just I get it, but for some
You ever
reason,
saw The
it's just like,
General's Daughter? Did you ever see the
oh
movie
my
The General's
God, I
Daughter?
remember the
Well,
General's
look,
daughter, and remember how she ended up that
Women
way.
in power, when they work in a position of authority, they need to let go of that energy and be submissive in some other role, because the role that they're doing at work conflicts with their natural biology.
Yeah, they're burning themselves out.
Just like how you will see certain men in white collar professions who
Yeah,
have a certain dominatrix on retainer or dominator in some cases.
yeah. There's
It's
high powered
mostly them
men.
involved in it.
Yeah,
It's mostly them that are involved in it.
Yes, it is high powered men like that. I had a friend. I mean, she passed from cancer a few years ago, but she was out, born and raised in Cali. She was in Cali. That's what she did. So she would tell me exactly how these guys were.
You are
I
under.
didn't
They are
understand
under
it.
some certain extreme because they have such physical demanding jobs. Sometimes they need to go through such extreme things just to find balance and ground themselves, so they can engage in stuff like that.
And one of my boys, a lot of well-to-do white men pay him to fuck their wives while he
Yes, the cooks.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Especially if those women have a certain type of tattoo, which I'm very familiar with.
Yeah,
Queen of Spades.
Hell yeah! But let's not forget there are some guys who are Jack of Spades. You know what a Jack of Spade is, right?
Yeah, I know what a Jack
sounds
of
like the
Spade
opposite
is.
to me.
Huh?
That sounds
So
like
was
the
that
opposite.
Andre?
I know what a Jack of Spade is.
I don't know what it is. It sounds like the opposite to me.
Okay. No. It's the gay equivalent. The Queen of Spades.
That's a good term.
Yeah. Then of course
Just
there's
like
also the
you
King
got
of
you got
Spades.
Queen of Hearts. Your swirl is a Queen of Hearts.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, some scary shit. I mean, let's not forget. A certain subgenre of prawn is also pretty popular about that.
Yeah, y'all hit the Cash App and support the show for this knowledge. What's going on, Craig?
Hey, AB, how long do you gotta go
can you hear
before
me
your channel
now?
get monetized?
Yeah.
We hear you clear and clear, bro.
Okay. What's going on, AB?
Wait a minute. Say that again, Lewis.
How far along do you have to go before your channel get monetized for super chats?
I'm not sure. I got over 100,000 views, and I'm at 700 right now.
Unless they change it.
All right, hey guys, listening, you're getting good entertainment here. Please like, share the channel, and share it with your friends and ask them to subscribe. Please support your interests.
Yes.
And if you haven't hit the like button, bring your lazy ass thumb and hit the thumbs up. Thank you.
That's
So,
pretty well
I can hear
said.
you now, Craig. You're good.
Yeah, I had to do a Windows check. So yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, well, shout out to you, AB. Yeah, I did hear BGS's show earlier, and the thing is BGS, he said the gender war was over years ago. He was right then, but people got mad at him.
Of
So
course.
of course. But yeah, it's been over for a while. I think the thing that has surprised me, it's not that her channel was demonetized. You're going into an election year. They need everybody to vote, and she's not helping things. But
she's your ain't.
yeah, she's that's really why they got her. And what's bad is that the women aren't stupid. I guess the ones I've heard, they say that people are saying they're changing their channels. If she was demonetized for hate speech, and I'm saying if, that means the FBI and Homeland Security do have files on her now. because they've been probably listening to her for a while.
Yeah, everything's monitored. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
probably a foul on us too. It is what it is.
yeah, it is what it is, right?
That's
So
what it is.
that would explain why all of a sudden now the people are changing their stuff. But it was coming. It was coming. So and you know it's going to get thicker out there as they see more men pulling away from so it's going to get much thicker. That's why I was kind of laughing at that broke down or the breakdown show and people getting upset with those two women. Wait till the political people start hitting the red pill space. Being hit by religion is being hit by different interests now. So so the people within that space are going to have to grow thicker skin. You don't have to respond to everything.
Exactly.
I was surprised that SWP still listens to Chrissy, even though Chrissy went off on him publicly. He still listens to her. It's like, why are you listening? It's I sent him an email like, why are you still listening to somebody who said they're not going to be fair and balanced and they don't care?
I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Z does the work of the Lord because I cannot listen to those heifers.
Yeah,
I lose
I mean, even the BGS stream that you referenced, AB. Listen to how that woman that he played. I think the second woman, she just kept talking about rejection, and they're telling you what this is about. Is they do feel a sense. I mean, I've talked to black women about this. The feeling of rejection is real. That is real. That is embedded into their brain. Now,
hey, Craig, can I ask you a question, bro?
Yes, of course.
So, do you actually believe that?
What? Did they feel rejected? Yes.
No. What you were saying earlier about that the U.S. government has a file on.
Yes. Yeah. If she was demonetized for hate speech, let me say it again. Yeah. If she was demonetized for hate speech, the government now has a file.
Never let me finish my thought. My thought was that if she was demonetized for hate speech, she's talking about hate speech, talking about aborting black fetuses over fucking 4 to 5 months old.
Yeah,
which is very fucking sadistic. I don't think they give a fuck. But
it's called timing.
Yeah,
that's what it is. At the highest level, right? And this is why I always say a lot of people don't understand power. The highest levels, they don't care up until it gets in the path of wherever they want to go. And yes, the election season is coming, so yeah, they don't care. Plus, remember, black men are at the bottom, so it's like from a pure power, from a pure economic standpoint, you don't matter in that sense. So why would they shut her down up until right now, when she's making a lot of noise? Yeah, makes sense.
I feel what you're trying to say, but my issue is that YouTube is a publicly traded corporation that's owned by Google. So the government has nothing to do with that.
Well,
the government,
what are you talking about?
Yes, they do.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
Google's
The government.
Hold
on. One at a time here. Let me answer this question. This is very easy.
About her channel.
The government gives Google the FCC license to practice in the United States. So everything is going to refer back to them. Number two, black men. Wait a minute. Stop talking. Black men are the biggest swing voters in the United States right now.
That's true.
They are being targeted by different parties to come and listen and vote for them. A woman like Cynthia or any woman, I specifically said to you, if she was demonetized for hate speech, it means yes, that Homeland Security and the FBI have files on her. If you don't believe me, go listen to Christopher Wray talk to Congress about the biggest threats in the United States. Yeah. Okay, just go listen to him. He is in charge of the FBI, and he was nominated by some people's favorite person, Donald J. Trump. Yeah. So yes, if she was demonetized, they have a file on her. That's the way Homeland Security works. It's like, wait a minute, she's talking about aborting certain groups of people, blah blah. That could be considered hate speech. So yes, they're going to work a foul on her. It could be a small foul. It's not like they have a whole team on her, but it's like, here's who this person is. Here's what she's about. YouTube. Dennis Sperling even talked about this young man about how Google and YouTube now have a huge contract with the NFL. They not gonna let somebody come and mess with their money. Even Cynthia.
They've been listening to us since Clinton.
22 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the Cash App to support the show. Let me ask you a question, Dre. How do you think Google's getting all these servers to maintain all this content?
As far as getting servers,
I thought they were doing it themselves.
Yeah, they have their own servers.
Okay.
But there's government. It's licensed through the government. They just don't. You just can't go and open servers.
They have city blocks.
Yeah,
I don't think people understand.
Yeah, that's the point I'm getting to. Who you think has helped funding all these servers? Because I can tell you, if you never worked with a server before, it takes a lot, and I do mean it takes a lot of servers and money to maintain this kind of website.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
And exactly. Yeah, and again, everything reverts back. You can't operate in the United States like what you're doing right now. That goes back to like the Federal Communications Department, the Fed, the FCC.
Yes.
Like,
so
the way I was looking at it, I was just like, Google's a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
It is.
Why would they need the government to help them?
Yeah, Andre, here's the thing.
They're making advertising a year.
Confused about that.
They make over $40 billion.
Excuse me, Salchi, if I may.
You go ahead.
Andre, understand it like this, because I live in the EU, okay?
Oh. Okay.
Google, in order for them to operate in the EU, they need to get licensing, which means and the people responsible for them are usually the government communications bureaus and ministries who license them to operate in various countries to a certain extent. And they have to renew that license every so long, because you can't just broadcast into certain countries just like that. Because they need to be, and governments need to make sure they have to protect their citizens from this, that, and the third. Not to mention certain regimes in various parts of the world, they license these companies to to an extent to operate in their countries. But whenever there's some kind of uprising and whatnot, the first thing they do is they shut off the internet. And this is not just for Google. This goes double for X, Facebook, other social media platforms. They all, because they're on the internet, they have to sort out broadcasting licenses and arrangements with telecommunication companies and whatnot who are operating in those countries. Hell, telecom companies, if they want to operate in those countries other than state owned, they need to get licenses from that particular government, and those particular government agencies. But that's how governments make their money, by licensing and taxing.
Yeah, look at the Microsoft and Activision deal, and how long that took. That was it basically held up because the EU was like, okay, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I mean,
it was antitrust and everything.
I mean, and this is basically what I was saying on last time I was on AB's, and the other two guys are trying to argue with me. This is why I said the government, your politicians, they shape our social environment. That's why I look at policies and taxes for that reason, first and foremost. Then I can follow the money. Then I can follow what people do, because the money and what people do reflects their needs and desires. To me, it's very fucking simple. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, they've been listening to us since Bush. I mean, excuse me, not Bush. They've been listening to us legally since Clinton. So I mean, it's not new. Unfortunately, in these spaces, a lot of people, they don't like to read, and when dudes like myself come around, they get in their feelings, and it's like, listen, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean?
That bill that would, excuse me, Salchi, 1996. What was the name of that bill that Clinton had signed into law?
Telecommunications?
Yeah, the telecommunications deal. That opened the way for major corporations to start buying up independent media, whatnot.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Same thing, and they've been able to control the media. I mean, there's very few independent, even satellite radio for that matter. Very few were independent.
Yeah, all your major news stations are controlled by like what, 6 corporations?
Yeah.
That's about
Most
it.
of them are sister. That's why, when major news broadcasters say they're checking on news or something like that, they'll say to our sister station in such and such, they're basically a local affiliate who've been bought up.
Yes.
Hey, AB, we need to start talking about women again.
Ha!
Wait a
Why?
minute. We haven't been. Wait a minute. This show, we're not talking about black women. Dun dun
That's all we talk
dun.
about.
No. Well, I think the point I made with the Iron Bang's been laid out there for her. She lost her channel for talking crazy, and
Well, I
especially
mean,
during the election year, and she fucked around and found out.
I don't know how much money she was making, but again, most of these people, they're not real entrepreneurs, they're not real business people. So,
Right.
I don't know how much money she was making, but if she were smart, she should have, obviously reinvested into what she was doing, and also putting her money into other, ventures. I mean, while educating herself before allocating the money there. That's what she should have done. But I'm
Well,
not surprised.
remember, Salchi, this is a woman who literally flew across the country to sleep with a Dusty that already had 5 baby mamas.
I only know what
Let's
she
not
looks
forget.
like. I've never seen any of her shows.
Yeah. AB,
Yeah.
do you not? Does anyone see the irony in the fact that she had been calling for black women to delete their male fetuses when she herself had a black male child?
It's not a
I heard it was a
surprise.
girl, but okay.
It's not a surprise.
Wait, did she have a daughter or a son?
I don't know. I don't listen to her long enough to. I didn't
Exactly.
listen long enough to find out. But
It's not a surprise. Look at Beyonce. What does Beyonce be telling women to do? But she has
all
some
my single
family,
ladies,
right?
all my single
Yeah.
ladies.
So I mean, this is this is why I say none of this shit surprises me. Like, this is why I say they're stupid.
And
That's
then all
what
her
I'm
fans
glad I
look
never listened to Beyonce like that. I was like, oh, just
Then,
the guy
then,
just
then,
said that.
hey, Salty, then all her fans cry about Jay-Z cheat on her. And I keep looking like, okay, you notice Beyonce ain't gone nowhere. What's the big deal?
I wonder why.
You know what's going to happen? First of all, you got to understand, powerful men like that, guys who are, and I remember watching. I remember Christiana Monpour. She had a series on Netflix. I watched on Netflix. I confirmed this, but powerful men, they may be married, but they've got side chicks. They usually have a mistress, yes, but but
Look at
also they
Magic
have a couple
Johnson.
other girls on rotation. But they also keep their, as Patrice O'Neill say, human resource department open and fielding resumes, job applications, or to use or like how the late George Carlin talked about the 3 classes of people and why there are poor people, why there's still poor people in America.
Right.
Okay, you got the
Always been,
rich,
yeah.
you got the rich, you got the working class, and you got the poor. The rich have all the benefits, pay the minimum taxes. The working class, who pay all the taxes, get none of the benefits. And then you got the poor, who are there to scare the fuck out of the working class, so they keep showing up every day to those jobs. Because those motherfuckers know if we quit, they're gonna replace us with all these poor people for less. A mistress always knows her, although she's waiting for the wife to
Unless she's a
fuck up so she
BW.
can be
Oops, did I
elevated
say
to
that out
wife.
loud?
Huh?
Unless she's a BW. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, that too.
Well,
But like, hey, as I was gonna say, that mistress, the side chick, she's like, she knows about the wife knows about her, even if they never met. And the mistress is hoping is living on hope that the wife will fuck up, get divorced, and she will become the new mistress and such. Because she
Yeah.
wants to be an honest woman, not a dishonest hoe. But she also understands Mr. Man has a couple of girlfriends on the side underneath her who are waiting for her to fuck up if she acts up. So she's got to protect her position. It's like Afro Samurai. You want the number one headband, but you got to fight out. But if you have when you have the number two headband, you have every right to challenge the person with the number one headband. But everybody's gunning for you.
Yeah, well, it's what
Well,
it is.
well, I mean, again, one, there's different socioeconomic classes. So again, as BJ says, most people don't, especially black folks, they really don't understand socioeconomic classes. So yes, especially when really the floor, when it comes to that dynamic where there's an actual understanding, the floor is upper middle class. That's the floor, and you will see that for the I mean it's tolerated when it's in a respectful way. No one's throwing shit out. You got to be discreet. The higher up you go, you got to be discreet. So I mean that's how that works. And remember, as a man, again, there's percentage wise, there's very few men at that level. Like there's not a lot. There are way more physically attractive females than there are men of power or men of massive means. So yeah, that does happen. But I mean, remember it's dying, but this culture is a trick culture. So, that's what goes on. I mean, it's not a surprise, but the thing is, most people, they don't understand those dynamics, and these women, they are not in those spaces. They don't have the mannerisms and all the looks. Point blank, period. Point blank, period.
Right.
It's single digit percentage of women who can actually be in those spaces. That's it.
You know what, Fauci? I mean, sorry, Fauci. So I'm getting you mixed up with that creep ass doctor. But do you remember a movie with Bridget Fonda called Point of No Return?
No.
Well, she starts off as a drug addicted call girl or curb crawler or streetwalker before she gets recruited to become an assassin. But in that movie, she starts out as ratchet as hell. She's fucked up, messed up, ratchet until she gets cleaned up, and then she's taught how to be etiquette, how to be a lady, and whatnot. A lot of
Can you
women
repeat
think
the title?
Point of No
The title of
Return.
the movie? I appreciate
Point
it.
of No Return. Look it up. I remember Patrice O'Neal mentioned that movie when he was doing Black Phillip, because he was explaining how some women operate and how some women are just like they're meant to be in a certain way. I remember was
That's what
Go
we
ahead.
call it. That's what we call it. 85. She's a diesel.
Yeah. 85 diesels, and they try to be elevated to like a 92 octane. They think it can go overnight just like that. It doesn't work like that. You got to be, because there are women who are brought up to operate in those certain spaces, in certain circles. I mean, like take Kevin Samuels for example. You remember like
Give me a
when
minute,
he
Charles. I'll
when
give you the link.
yeah, I remember was it when he was on when he made a couple appearances on Fresh and Fit and checked some of the women. That one time we checked one white woman in front of like Rolo Tomasi and everybody in there, and then they all attacked Donovan Sharp. They turned on Donovan Sharp about that and not realize, because they knew they couldn't touch Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels comes from and is in circles and in back office, in back doors, and has access to certain segments of society that they couldn't even dream of, because a lot of them cannot fit and operate in those spaces freely. Such men like that would be seen as a pariah or a threat to the environment there, because they're there because such individuals are usually there as disruptors of sorts.
Oh, Kevin Samuels?
No, not Kevin Samuels.
Oh, okay.
The dating coaches like Rolo and whatnot. They can't operate in those spaces because
no, they can't.
Who they are, what they're about, they can be seen right through by like white collar individuals. So like, who the fuck? What are you? Your way
My
of
view
life,
on
your
that,
lifestyle is not accessible in our circles. And plus, you are too open and out in the open with your nonsense.
like my
Among
view on that
us,
is
there's a
like
level.
as the people that are coming to you for advice if you want to be a dating coach.
Yeah. But a lot of the people who come to dating coaches understand that some of these dating coaches are frauds,
Yeah.
snake oil
That's
salesmen. You know what I'm saying?
that's why I said they're as goofy as the people coming to them for advice because like
Uh-huh.
if you need advice how to get some pussy, like I don't know what to say to you. Something's wrong with you. 'Cause
Especially
you
in
could
this
I
get
mean,
it.
era,
no,
no
we all
bullshit.
need it. We all need help because we need to understand the world we live in. I mean, let me give
It
an
depends on
example.
what you're looking for. If you're just trying to get something, you can get it. But if you're trying to get what you want, then maybe you might need help. Who knows, right?
Uh, Andre, you ever watch National Geographic or you ever heard of Sir David Attenborough?
I've never heard of Sir David Attenborough, but I do watch a lot of Natural Geographic and like History Channel and shit like that.
Okay,
I'm not on
Sir
your
David
level.
Attenborough. Sir David Attenborough. He's like known for his documentaries about wildlife and whatnot. And on Netflix, there was one he had about tropical birds, birds of paradise and such. And
Post the link so I can watch it.
it's on Netflix.
Post the link so I
Wait
can,
a,
I'll
wait a minute.
screenshot.
Uh,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
uh,
Hold on. I gotta check something real quick.
all right.
Number one, there are some people who are good people, normal everyday people who might need help getting a woman.
Mm-hmm.
They may have anxiety over it.
Mm-hmm.
They may not know how to approach. That's the fucking reason Kevin was here in the first place. So to condone and say, well, that's some weird or you just a loser. I like to say to anybody and everybody who says that about guys, shut the fuck up.
That wasn't my intention.
But I'm gonna say
Definitely
this
wasn't.
to
That
people who
wasn't my
say that
intention.
because I'm pretty sure I could pick apart other people where they're weak at, and most times it's about women. Hell, and
That wasn't my
I'm
intent. My
finished
intention there, Charles.
because here's the reason why. Because a lot of men leave this space, or a lot of men get anxiety in this world, especially black men. Instead of saying, okay, why was there a black manosphere? Why was Kevin big? Because there are guys who spent more time chasing their education, chasing their money, chasing their dreams instead of bitches. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if you go
That's true.
Yes.
somewhere, if you go somewhere in life, you're gonna need a coach to get better. I don't care if it's athletics, academics. I don't care if it's just relationships. So we got to be very careful condoning people. Now, if you're just a weird, socially awkward person who refused to fucking change, then that's on you.
Yeah.
That's a different
Yeah.
story because really what those guys are lazy. If we're going to call them something, lazy. They don't want to change. They don't want to improve. It's the same.
Like I have to reiterate, that wasn't my point. I wasn't trying to insult dudes that actually need help. I was just thinking for myself. It's just like
I get
if
it.
if you really like, if you're just trying to get some pussy, you can get it.
I
Like
mean, sometimes guys have trouble just getting pussy because guess what? Let's understand this. To be very black pill, you would pay for pussy, but not everybody's that black pill.
Right.
hey,
Every,
I found this space from CGA.
yeah, a lot of guys are not that black pill.
I live the free agent lifestyle. Just saying.
I'm
Yeah. Okay.
glad.
Yeah. Let's change the topic. Okay, Charles, your thoughts on the Iron Bank losing both of her channels?
I feel nothing.
Okay.
I,
Excuse me, Andre.
I absolutely feel nothing for
No,
her.
let's not go back to that thing. But yeah, I feel
No, no, no,
absolutely.
no, no. That's not what I want to say. It's just there's
I was
something else
gonna
I want to
say,
mention that
I,
Mike you can relate to.
I was gonna say this. Okay, I feel nothing for her. Absolutely nothing because she was part of that wave that tried to ban a lot of our channels.
Ooh.
She was part of that wave that talked about abort black male babies. But
Yeah.
yet, notice a lot of reason they're doing it because they got rid of Fresh and Fit. And there would have been a lot of pushback of saying, why you let this bitch on there? They're not doing it for benevolent reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to say this.
Oh, they got rid of Fresh and Fit too? Okay.
And
I hadn't noticed.
Wait a
I
minute.
say this. You know, to people like MOT and others. We didn't keep her alive.
Sure
Matter
didn't.
of fact, yours truly actually was the catalyst of burying her ass with one question. Something that you couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
You criticized the red pill, but yet, how are you going to tell men to be better versions of themselves when who do you help? What legacy do you have? This is a guy who's past 40, no children, is going to supposed to teach me how to do something. How? This is the reason why they go to these weak ass people who don't even know what the red pill is, who claim they're red pill, but don't even understand the basis of it. And this is what Sister George and Concrete Rose is famous for. They won't bring my black ass up to interview me for an hour and a half. They barely want to hear BGS.
Hey Charles, I seen that one BGS stream where you were asking her a question and he immediately got off the stream right after.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
This was
Yeah.
like a day or
What is
two
the
ago, something
opposite?
like that.
No,
He
I'll let Charles
immediately
say.
got off the stream when you wanted to
Yeah,
ask him.
because that stemmed from when I came up there and they had Courtney bitch ass Michelle up there lying about stats. But yet, no, men live longer married. When? Because you got to look at marriage stats with an open view. And Sanji will tell you because he's a numbers guy. A lot of bitches are living off the fucking of the whatever left we talent generation and the boomers.
Cool.
Yeah.
A lot of you were not married. If we went off of Gen X to to the youngest of the millennials, you bitches would probably be at a negative deficit.
Yep.
Yes.
So when I look at this whole thing, you look at it at a very skewed point. Marriage has never in history of mankind benefited men because the man always had to prove more than that woman. All she had to bring was herself. He had every damn thing that he acquired for decades.
Yeah. Yep.
So when we look
Look
at
at this way. Look at this way, Andre. For those of us who come from traditional societies, especially with the societies where there's arranged marriages, there's
That's
a reason.
slightly more than a traditional society.
Hear me out. In traditional societies, a lot of us have something called the bride price. If a man wanted a woman's hand in marriage, his family would have to approach her family, and then they have to negotiate a bride price for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
However, in
hell
India, it's the other way around, but there's for various reasons. And a woman's value, her beauty, her chastity, and her ability to maintain a household were important. If she couldn't cook worth a damn, then what worth was she?
Hey, Nema, I heard that when you were on that one stream, we were talking about where somebody's family, uh, sorry, a family that was close to your family introduced you to their daughter or somebody in their family that was 18. It sounded like you would have been down if she was down. Just saying.
No. I said I said the reason I don't go home. I haven't gone home is because I know there will be family members who want to introduce me to somebody, and I told them,
No,
and I said,
that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about when you said that you know that family, they knew your parents and a lot of your family and they introduced you and they chaperoned you and shit. But
no,
she
no,
had
no, 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 no. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was another person. It was another friend of mine,
Oh, okay, my bad.
and there was a reason for that.
Okay. Since Charles is up here, I got another question for Charles.
Oh, okay.
Your thoughts on the so-called 28 list?
I feel nothing.
Thank you.
That
I
Yeah.
doesn't apply to Charles though.
really,
Charles is like
I
six
really.
foot
How
handsome
can you
motherfucker.
make demands if you're not putting money to forward?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, your beauty does not count when it comes to my money. You're telling. This is what you're psychologically telling people. You're telling me that my money, my time, my strength, my protection, my everything I bring is not equal to your presence, and I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, if I say we meet at a coffee shop or we meet in a
Where
park,
we're being.
and I had a chick one time when I met her online and said, "Hey, we can meet at a park." A park? Well, no. I said, "Well, if we're not meeting at a park, we're not meeting at all. You gotta earn yourself to a date."
Exactly.
Guess what? Some of the best dates you'll get are at Dave and Buster's. One of the best dates I've ever been on.
Mm-hmm.
You got to talk, you had fun, you got them out their shell, and then we got
Yes.
you had even more fun. So
Yes.
this is the type
I
of
mean,
I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna get back to the floor. There's
all
a
right.
reason why a guy like myself, and I'm not bragging about shit. You can't come with me with certain shit because you've seen the women I've been around.
Yes.
Yep.
You can't say, oh, he's not around beautiful women. He this doesn't that. Shut the fuck up. You can't use those excuses. Oh, that everybody's here. They beat their dicks in their mom's basement. No, you can't. When a man has the ability to say, you know what, I'm paying. Guess what? You're subject for the price of admission,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it is. You can make all the list you want. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
how much those requirements are going to be met. Trust me, I'm going to tell you guys this before I shut my mouth and finish getting dressed. Count the number of fucking phone calls and texts you'll get this coming week into the next month because it's cold outside.
Ooh, yeah.
But baby, it's cold outside.
Rent's due, motherfucker.
Hey, big head.
Hey, big head. Yeah.
Hey, big.
Yeah, Charles. My response to that list is actually very simple. You can always get a dog and die alone.
You
What
could,
was it that
or
Kevin Samuels told those content creators on Fresh and Fit? Certain companies still hiring with the Starbucks.
you could always pay.
Yeah, that too.
My
Exactly.
only pushback for Charles is like, what do you got against Dave and Buster's? Like, we don't I don't have one here in the city that I live in, but I have like something that's
No, we
similar to
have
that.
nothing against Dave and Buster.
He set the goal there. He said
Yeah,
those are some of the best dates, and he's correct.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
If you got a
I'm not
chick,
sure of his exact words, but it
say
sounded
this
like it was
right.
like at least you could get that or some
I'll
type of thing. I'm
say
like,
this right.
Yeah, he's a proponent. He's not an opponent,
And
but a
by the way,
proponent for
yep.
Dave Buster's.
By the way,
Sorry.
y'all get the cash app. Go ahead, Charles.
You got the Charles Fulton tax in effect, man. You got the Salgy, you got the Namer, you got everybody. See, I'm gonna say
I
this.
mean,
I'm gonna say
okay, sorry.
one. If you can't, if you're a chick who have fun at Dave and Buster's, that's a chick you don't need to be around in the first place.
Exactly.
Exactly.
well,
No, if she's this staunch, I want to show off my food type bitch, you walk
Yeah, that's not a chick you need to be around.
because she's a narcissist. She's going to show off to her friends. I got this guy to do. No, bitch. You're gonna play the shooting zombie game with me. You're gonna roll.
exactly,
You want to
exactly.
something active. I want to see your fun side. I want to see
Hey,
how you are uninhibited.
Mm-hmm.
hey, Charles, over here, like we don't have Dave and Buster's, but we have like a similar thing to that where there's like a VR zombie game. So that's my go-to.
I'm gonna tell you some of the funny dates I've been on. Right, Dave and Buster's, laser tag.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What's another one?
Exactly. So shit you want to do.
What's another one? Because every time you go out with a chick, here's the trick. My son and the Padawan actually asked me, "Why do you keep certain chicks around?" Entertainment.
Yeah.
You should always put your entertainment first above anybody. You got to pay me to be miserable. It's okay.
Right.
You got to pay me to be miserable. And I say this: when you go out places where it's fun, you know, Nerf gun fights. Nerf gun.
laser tag, paintball in some cases.
I bought sushi one time with my speaker and sat by the Baltimore Harbor.
Oh
Once
yeah.
have fun there, listen to music, all kinds of jazz, funk, R&B, Japanese pop, funk, Japanese R&B, Japanese jazz, and had even more fun in the truck. When you get women to let loose like that with no judgment, you typically win after the date.
Mm-hmm.
When you get these stuck up dates where it's all the ambiance, I've only taken a chick one time in my life to Ruth Chris, and I'm like Jews in Eastern Europe. Never again.
Damn.
Never forget. Never again.
Root Creek got some good ass fish too, but yeah.
Never again. You gotta be exceptional for some shit like that. When
Yeah.
I tell you, man,
Long term.
some of the funniest shit that you'll ever have.
Oh yeah, Root Chris, you gotta be my you either gotta be my fiance or my wife.
Yeah.
Without question.
Like
No question about that.
Yeah.
me personally, I haven't been to Ruth Chris, but like I know like a black dude that went over there, and he was like, "Oh, I took this girl on a date over there," and like our boss at the time was a white dude, right? He's making way more than the both of us, and he was just like, "Why the fuck would you take a girl there? Like, what's wrong with you?" You know?
Yeah.
And like, because like we had a conversation with like all of us and a couple other people. We're talking about like like special cuts of meat and shit like that. And he's talking about he won't even buy Wagyu beef for himself, but he's talking about taking a bitch
Wagyu.
to Ruth Chris. And he won't even take a bitch and he'll take a bitch to Ruth Chris, but he won't treat himself. Basically, is the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Okay.
I'll just simply put it, man. There is no fucking reason you can't plan a date which is going to be fun. Dates are supposed to be fun and interesting. Like,
Exactly.
you're supposed to have fun, not be miserable and hear a bunch of her. Nah, bitch. You better listen to the lyrics of Groove Line, leave your worries behind. I mean, nah. You're supposed to have fun, enjoy each other's company.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be able to say, hey, this one of the funnest things I've done with a chick was go to Artscape. And it was hot as fuck that day, but we had so much fun. We literally took a shower together and laid in the bed. We were knocked out fucking sleep because we were just exhausted. But we had so much fun. We had fun. Another date we sat in the car watching Death Battle. It was the second Superman versus Goku, and we were fucking excited. That's how you know you're gonna enjoy a woman's shit when she gets out her comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stop bowing down to terrorist threats, okay? You don't negotiate with terrorists. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
no.
Charles. Say that again for the Negroes in the back. Didn't hear
You
that.
don't negotiate with terrorists. Sorry. That's what it is. You bomb us, and then you want to make fans. No, motherfucker, we coming for your ass. No, no cheesecake.
Shouts out to Patrice O'Neal.
Cheesecake Factory is actually a nice looking place if you actually
Yes,
take
It
it
it.
is.
is. Yeah, it is.
And here's the problem: a lot of chicks who do this, they're only gonna fall for the niggas. These are requirements for niggas they don't like.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier.
Yes, exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
Overpricing for non-select men because this is to show that how much contempt they have for them.
I don't pay tax. I'm Donald Trump, bitch. I don't pay taxes like the regular nigga. I'm sorry.
Hey Charles, can I say something about that?
Go
Like
ahead.
over here in Canada, just to buy one slice of a ghost kitchen that gets Cheesecake Factory products from Toronto is fucking $10 a slice. For one slice of cheesecake.
Yeah, it's about
That
right.
is some good ass
And
cheesecake.
like
though.
and these chicks are acting like they're too good for that. I don't
That's how uppity them females be, my dude.
I think it's Charles. I think the issue is it's not even just the women. It's that a lot of guys don't even respect themselves.
No,
Right?
That's true too.
There it is.
that's the bottom line right there. You
Yes.
think that you're so low on the totem pole that in order to get a female interested in you, you got to pay 2023 Cadillac prices for a 79.
That's why I be at the JUCO and like that same $10 slice, a chick that's
Mm-hmm.
like, in her early 20s, she'd be like, wow. Right?
And this is the part about average men being extraordinary. That's why
Mm-hmm.
Namer tell you, AB, my channel was based on the multifaceted man.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
I had 21-year-olds come to my house and was interested in anime and was like, "You really watch anime?" I was watching it before you were born, shorty.
Oh yeah.
and
Pretty
guess
much, yeah.
Oh,
and guess what?
Yeah, you
After
the
a
baby.
while,
You the baby when we started watching anime.
after the while, the anime was watching us.
oh
So
yeah.
it's the fact of the matter is that I'm here to tell every man listening to the sound of my voice, you better clip this shit and put it on your and put it on your damn shorts.
Shit.
Never be ashamed of who you are. If anything,
Mhm.
be a smooth motherfucker, dress well, and double down on your hobbies.
Yeah.
Promise you.
I can I can
Charles,
actually vouch on that. Hold up, Andre. I can actually vouch on that because there's somebody I know. Their relationship started when there's a friend of mine. Her husband is deep into Star Wars. When they got together, he was surprised that she knew a lot about Star Wars, and she never hid that. Yeah, I'm into that stuff, and that was the reason how and that's why they are still together to this day. Even though I do tease them because of the height difference and everything, but they get it. But they got together that way, and
He, he's a Wookiee, and she's just part of Yoda's race.
no, she's an Ewok. But half the time I have to explain that. But then again, I know everybody still hates Jar Jar and understand why, but for reference sake, just to have him understand half the
There's
shit I
nothing
said
wrong
to
with
dude.
Jar Jar. Come on.
Everybody hates Jar Jar. I didn't until they
I
explained to me
don't.
why.
He's
Everybody
a
was
kid
so well.
character. It is what it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
So
with
I had
Jar
to
Jar.
explain. So I explained to the husband, dude, you have a hard time understanding half the shit. You have a hard time trying to figure me out because it's like a Wookiee trying to have an interaction with a Gungan. The minute I said that to him, he was like, okay, that explains everything. He doesn't really interact with me that much. It's just I'm too weird for him like that. I said, yeah, I am. But
Hey Charles, I'm not sure if you could hear me
yeah.
clearly because I'm outside having a smoke, but have you watched the show Rurouni Kenshin?
Some of it. He's
I'm only asking because I watched them like the movies, a couple of the movies, and I'm like, I didn't realize there was an anime for it, but it
oh
was
yeah.
before my time,
A lot of the movies you see like on Netflix, it was originally anime. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I'll put it to you this way: I had ex-girlfriends who didn't care for comic books when we first met.
Mhm.
This is how dope shit is. I had chicks who I was not even having sexual relations with, not even at that time. Bought me cigars and a lighter.
Oh,
Not even my brand, but it's the thought that
wait,
counts.
no cognac?
No,
Well,
she bought not even have, but
they
she
were
bought.
thinking long term.
Mm-hmm.
There was one ex. She bought still to this day the Superman collection, the mug, the watch, the statue. I mean, a lot of my collection. I had another ex buy me a classic autograph from one of the artists. I forget Superman lunchbox.
Mm.
See, remember what I say here. Here's another clip moment. Women give men inspiration. Men give women purpose.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Better
Amen.
shit. I'm giving good game this week. And by the way, cheap plug. If you haven't seen, shout out. We up to 4,000 now. Subscribe. If you yesterday
700 here. Hit the Cash App. Support the show.
support the show. 400. You got the 400 tax. 4,000. Excuse me. 4,000 tax. We up to 4K
Mm-hmm.
subscribers, man. Woo! And if you seen my show yesterday, go see it because the Padawans were interviewing me and my thoughts. They even
Mhm.
Yeah.
brought one brought his mom and another one brought a few girls up there. So it's a classic. Go watch it.
Like I apologize at the time. Like I didn't realize who she was to you because I wanted to go deeper, but then you were like, you know her and she's one of your Padawan's mothers. So I'm like, but she also said her age, so I just left it at that because I didn't want to be rude. I'm Canadian and we don't like to be rude.
Yeah.
Unless
How about
in these.
Andre? This is a little warning I got to give out to a lot of people because we have to worry about the thoughts that are still out there. The ethos. People forget that OnlyFans is just are just the latest progression of them.
Yeah.
Before them, you had all these ethos on Twitch, on YouTube. Then they were streaming on YouTube, IG models, and on
Can
Twitter.
can I respond to McDrama Bear real quick? Demon Slayer is not the best, bro. If you think that, I don't know what to tell you. It's
Leave
not
him
the best.
alone. Leave him alone. Leave it alone. You
It's
like
not the
what you
best.
like. I like what I like. I mean, Charles will tell you. Well, I mean, Charles, I don't know if you ever heard of this anime. It's an old anime from the 80s and 90s. It's called Captain Tsubasa. You ever heard of that?
Actually, no.
It's a soccer one. It's about young kids playing soccer and whatnot.
I think I'm gonna go
Okay.
from old
I
C.
You guys
grew
need
up watching. I grew up watching that, but then again, because I grew up in the Middle East, they had it dubbed in Arabic, so we knew it under a different by an Arabic name. They had to change the names and everything, but the story is still the same. Because I remember watching that, and thanks to that link that Lewis gave me a while back, Lewis posted in the back chat, I got a chance to see the Tiger Mask series, which I'm watching right now. But what I'm saying is like be careful about certain chicks who fake the funk about liking certain things. I mean,
Mm.
one chick I remember who I got involved with. She's a gamer. Only problem was for me and her was like she had a Wii, I was PlayStation, and we'd like different games, but we got along pretty well. Another one I remember she had a bunch of like controllers. She said one thing she knew I was into games, and she got me, and she just like I remember she had me over, and she had these controllers, and she got to hook me up with some old games, some old Super Nintendo games that they were able to have like on a Raspberry Pi and shit. She had on a Raspberry Pi and shit, and I had a lot of fun with it. But
Hmm.
me
Did she
being
play,
me, and
did she play
huh?
with your joystick?
Oh no, it was a control joypad. But then again, later that night, she was playing with a joystick, with an old Atari joystick. You ain't right for that, Charles. But
I never claimed to be a
that woman in particular, like you talk about coffee dates and everything. I remember our first date was a coffee date, and then she wanted to go someplace for lunch, and I insisted we pay half. She paid for her, I paid for mine, because well, at the time I was like, couldn't be there 4 months at the time, but she understood. She understood my situation at the time. But that coffee date started like we first were texting a little bit, then that coffee date, and then texting this, that, and the third, and that's how this shit progressed. Because at least we got a chance to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And what girl's gonna turn down coffee? Because even if she doesn't drink coffee, maybe she prefers organic tea or something. At least you're having a conversation, talking about this shit. Hell, our breakup was on a coffee date.
Okay.
So it is what the fuck it is. Some of these chicks who just like saying a coffee date, what the hell is that? They don't understand because a lot of them, it's that Disney mentality. We got to remember that. And shouts out to Mr. Z because he talked about how a lot of them were targeted by advertisers, like Disney, for example.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We all got targeted too. I mean, the Barbie movie is
Mm-hmm.
like something that a lot of women our generation are celebrating because they grew up being exposed, being targeted to that stuff. Just like how many of us, we were like, we all were just like act a fool. We're just like so excited to see, Channing Tatum, Marlon Wayans, and everybody in the GI Joe's movie a while back. So So it is what it is. We just have to understand everything's interconnected.
I don't know.
So,
Yeah, it is what it is.
When I grew up, my heroes looked like action heroes. They didn't look like pretty bitches.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
they look like He-Man.
Pretty
G.I.
much.
Joe.
Well, the first anime that I
Superman,
watched was
Batman.
Dragon Ball Z.
Damn, how old
Never
are
get into drug. He's 32.
Ah, that's
He's a 1990 baby. Wait, 1990, right? 91?
91.
91, yeah. Oh, 32 is right. 91.
But I've watched some older shit too, like Transformers and shit. But like Transformers was like when they were like apes is when I seen it.
yeah. That's
Dino, what do they call them? Dinobots.
what's that?
And
What's
they're only coming back to it now. I'm just like, you should have did that from the jump.
I know what this shit's called. Man, I remember watching Transformers when they first came out.
Yeah, I remember. Who remembers the old Transformer anime movies from the 80s?
But technically, I've also watched like X-Men, Spider-Man,
Mhm.
you know, shit like that.
Which Spider-Man?
I'm talking about the animated version that was on TV.
Yeah. Oh, that one
up.
too.
I forget what they call it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I was more X-Men because I liked Wolverine. I like Gambit. I like
okay.
Professor X. Professor X is my favorite.
All right.
Yeah, I remember X-Men in arcades.
Oh yeah.
Could never beat it.
Wait a
but, you
minute.
know.
Wait a minute. We're not talking. I thought we only talk about black women on the show. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, we need to get back to that.
Why?
That's what the people like.
As Charles said, we're multifaceted men. Why don't we just need to talk about black women? Just saying.
Yeah.
Because if you talk about
All I'm
black
going to say is this: if you are going to get, say it this: if you can't afford condoms, then you damn sure can't afford kids. That's all I'm going to say about black women or women in general.
That's true.
Plus the pull-out game.
Just to go back to that list real quick, I think it's funny they came out with that list right when white women are going around TikTok talking about how come we're all the single men at? How come the single men don't want to come out?
It's called incentives. I mean,
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
yes. And to the white dude's credit, they're telling them dating's not worth it anymore. There's no advantage to dating.
yeah.
Like,
If
like
my
me
needs aren't getting
personally-
met.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I'm not on y'all's level, but like I'm in the trades and I work with like white dudes that make good money. Some of them over 100K and shit like that. And like their scenarios that they tell me about is just like their wife is also working.
Yes.
Of course.
Exactly.
That's what doesn't make any sense to me. It's just
Fauci
like,
talks about that all the time. The high value dudes they talking about that are married, their wives are working too to help their man.
Yeah.
and they're frugal as fuck and like they're on some like 50-50, more than 50-50. It's like all 50-50 on the important things, but the accessories and like all that extra shit, that's on you if you want that.
Yeah. Not to mention, I mean, Andre, you're probably still a kid, maybe a teenager at the time, but do you remember what life was like back in 08?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you remember how many Gen X and Boomer couples were struggling at that time? Because millennials, we were having a hard time finding gainful employment, dealing with student loan debts. But imagine a lot of couples who were struggling to keep their homes during foreclosures, behind on their payments, whether getting their shit repossessed and everything.
I'm not gonna front
a
to
lot
you. In 08, I was on some pookie shit, so I'm not gonna front to you.
Okay.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. I understand, but I remember you just look at that shit like people getting, and I mean there were guys who were losing their homes, and you were thinking, wait a minute, Did you lose your home to foreclosure or to divorce? Which one was it? And in some cases, they lost it to divorce, and the bitch lost it due to foreclosure because she couldn't, keep up with
Yeah, the
with the payments.
2008 crash got a lot of people. Unfortunately, black people lost half their wealth around that time. Nobody want to talk about that.
Well, yeah,
Uh
'cause,
huh.
a lot of people were wonders. I mean, it's pretty much kind of like what we recently saw. Prices were going up, and
Hmm
on the properties, even though interest rates were relatively low, and then a lot of people also had arms, variable rates. Which I mean, unless you're like a high income earner or you're not going to stay in that area for a long time, you really shouldn't get. So that's and then obviously on the high end, Wall Street, they were packaging the stuff and selling it out, and of course most people weren't privy to exactly what was in those packages, and then it crashed.
I mean, how many people? I mean, Stouchy, look at it
Yeah,
this way. Nobody talks to an accountant. Nobody talks to a financial advisor because those people could look into or could even consult a lawyer, especially those who understand tax laws, financial laws, and whatnot,
hmm
who could help them not understand the wording in some of these whatchamacallit, mortgage agreements, because nobody even bothers to look into the paperwork that well.
it's an
Yeah.
The
emotional
wording,
it's an emotional purchase.
yeah. Everybody
Right?
wants to be a homeowner, but you don't understand the cost of being a homeowner. And say you're able to keep your home, you still got residual things to pay, like taxes on property and whatnot.
I like to say
People don't consider, huh?
I like to say you find out who owns the house when you stop paying the taxes.
Yeah,
hmm
That's what I like to tell people. I just tell
yeah.
people you purchase the house that you can actually afford in the best neighborhood that you can afford to be in, and go build your life and be happy. That's it. Stop looking at it like something else. It's not. It's not an investment property. It's not cash flowing. You're putting money into it. It isn't putting money into your pocket, which
hmm
means it's somewhere where you sleep, eat, shit, and build memories. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, as I tell people, like that's it. That's all your house or your home is for. That's it. Now, if you want to make money, okay, well then do what you need to do to go afford investment property or REIT
Some
stuff like
real
that.
estate.
Yeah, stop looking at
Salty,
I
can I
mean,
your residence like that.
Salty, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't mind, I don't want to make you work on your off time, but if you know any ETFs or individual stocks that focus on condos specifically, could you point that out?
Well, those would be REITs, but right now, I don't recommend anyone who's not sophisticated to be in stocks right now.
I'm not going long term. I'm just trying to make a short term
Oh, even then,
flip.
just put your
Short term
money.
flip.
Just the best game right now. Put your money in treasuries. It has a. I mean, you're not. I mean, you are in the states, right?
No, I'm in
Canada.
Canada.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Well,
See, that's the
that's a little
problem right
different.
there.
Yeah, that's a
No,
little.
it's not a
That's a
problem.
little
We're
different.
talking about it's not different. We're talking about the stock market. That's universal and worldwide.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Okay, so I mean, I don't know Canada's tax basis. Um, so you would have to look up to see what the
Well,
tax would be. But I mean, the Treasury buying a 2 year, by the 2 year, the 10 year, even the 6 month or 12 month. Right now,
hmm
that's the best deal you're gonna get right now.
like I don't know the terminology over there, but I know you guys have like 401ks and like retirement uh funds or I don't remember the terminology right now. Sorry.
Well, that's
But
like
Uh,
that's like if you have a job. I mean, that's not for like for you. You know what I mean?
well, like the point that I was trying to make over here, they call it a TSFA, which is
Okay,
basically like it's a tax-free savings account. Basically,
okay.
you could invest or you could even day trade in that account and you don't get taxed on it until you make a withdrawal. and I'm not even 100% sure if you get taxed on that.
Our equivalent would be a
Just a minute,
Roth.
gentlemen, just
Yeah.
1 minute. Y'all hit the Cash App. Y'all getting insider information right now. Y'all hit the Cash App and support this show. Continue.
Our equivalent would be a Roth, either a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k. In terms of, because you would need you would have to have a job for the Roth 401k to do that. So to take in after tax, your post tax dollars, and it's you're funding that account, and then you depending on which
Somebody
fund
called
it
this. My apologies. Somebody called this C295 dude an Uber. He needs to go home or wherever the fuck he needs to go.
Hold on.
Trolling
Let me
for
check.
no reason.
What is he doing? Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
got him.
Call his ass an Uber. This is why, like, we're in the state that we're in. Is because of niggas like that. Ain't nobody want to watch this because you're a dumb nigga and you're fucking broke. That's why you're saying shit like that.
Yeah,
Like,
so I mean, the equivalent would, if that's what it is that we have here. Again, you would have to look to taxes, how that thing is getting being taxed out in Canada. I don't know, but that's what it sounds like to me here.
Well,
Like, that's our
your
equivalent.
TSFA, like, right now, I think the limit for the year is I think it's 150 or 160,000 that you could trade and invest and you don't get taxed on it.
Okay, so, all right. So I mean, ours there's a limit of how much you can put in it annually, but there's no limit on how you can trade within the account. But you have to have the account at least for 5 years, because if you take any distribution, then you're going to get taxed. So like those little things, like I don't know what it is in Canada, but I'm just saying our equivalent. That's what it sounds like. That's the closest thing we got to what you're telling me you got in Canada.
Well, I
Excuse me,
mostly
Andre?
learned from people in the States.
Okay, cool.
Andre?
I just don't remember the terminology for it.
Yeah.
Yes, Nemo?
I think the best bet for you right now is to ask somebody who's well versed in both U.S. and Canadian banking laws right now, if you want to
No,
get involved in that, because
No, I'm not talking about like specifics. That doesn't matter. I'm just talking about like individual or ETFs. Well,
yeah,
I don't know if that's
I
still
get
the
it,
terminology over here.
but
We call it ETFs over here.
Yeah, what's going on in the economy right now? A lot of the stock market is overpriced for the most part. That's the main reason why I don't recommend, unless you're extremely experienced and you're like a scalper, like old school guys who are really good. This is their time right now. Like, this is gonna be their time for a while.
Well, in one of BGS's streams, he said to short a certain industry,
banks,
which I'm not gonna repeat. But like you posted a video and I looked it up and I'm like, oh, now I understand why you said that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also said, like, I don't have short money, but I might be able to buy a few puts on it though.
Yeah, they
I get it.
Involved. As long as I'm involved, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
wait, what do you call the stock exchange in Canada, first of all?
It's the same thing. It's still a stock exchange. Like over here it's TSX.
TSX,
over
okay.
you guys, I forget what.
Oh, is it based in Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the thing I'm saying is, like I said, you got to understand.
Oh, you guys is NYSE.
Yeah, NYC. There's a,
we have the Nasdaq.
There's there's Nasdaq. There's the stock exchange, and then of course there's Wall Street.
I'm a degenerate, so I just gamble on the spy.
That's safe. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's all I would recommend, man. I mean, right now, just I would just be more focused on, having
Wait, this
cash.
guy's a degenerate, and I'm too sweet. What else is new?
I said I'm a degenerate, so I just gamble on spy.
Oh well.
Yeah. See, wait a minute. Do you how often do you get involved in gambling and such? You ever get in online gambling and such like that?
No, I've never have.
All right. So,
but I'm talking about like options.
Okay. Because like I said, you still got to understand. but like I said, Andre, you still got if you want to get into some of this stuff seriously, you might want to consult some people like who understand the space, like like somebody who's like a stockbroker or something like that, maybe, because maybe they could give you like some good advice. But you also have to understand the laws involved in this. Not to mention, there's
Yeah.
some shady folks in there. I mean, what's the name of that one movie? With what's his name? Giovanni Ribisi, where they're like like what do they call a chop shop,
Huh?
where they're involved in fraud and stuff like that.
I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, fellas, I'm about to shut the stream down.
Oh,
Any
okay.
last thoughts?
Just that y'all ain't shit, and God bless y'all for it.
Good conversation. I'll probably be back on tomorrow.
Yeah, man. We'll see what else pops up.
Yeah, it'll
By
probably
the
be.
way, there better be a
Let's
part
talk.
2 for this, because eventually, it's going to be the return of the bald ass horse.
Yeah, New Glory. Yeah, we weren't talking politics today, bro. But I'll probably have something for you tomorrow because there is a lot that's happened. We allegedly have a new Speaker of the House and shit. But
Uh,
thank y'all for coming through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good night.